don't want you be the hunter. Deceiver mele, you be the hunter. Keoche, we don't want you be the hunter. Kiferole, you be the hunter. Keoche, we don't want you be the hunter. Oh, bon canté. Now listen to me, my people. Let me tell you the story about a greedy hunter. To the people, yeah. The people told you are wicked, we never believe it. Now you are proving yourself. Give the people chance, greedy hunter. Right now, if you rock your way, in the middle of the night, I had a dream. Then I saw Boncante crying. Go and tell my people.
Ability is a dishonest man. This man is genetically incapable of talking true. He lied about everything brazenly.
Yeah, they vote. Here we are. You go ask the people. What you know how many truckload of human beings we took from Australia to carry the bazaar for Yombly to win? So what were you talking here? So what kind of bazaar?
So you ban practically.
Oh, but that was the day they know about it.
You did.
Yeah, I said they did. I was the one who was running.
You.
Don't want all the women that don't come.
All the women.
I want to go woman. I want Muya, we're getting ready for the protest. Muya, we're getting ready for the protest. Muya. Let somebody pray for us so we can start. Because we got different area to go.
Costa, built up versus Henry Costa. It is not built up versus Henry Costa. It is those Liberian people that Henry Costa being falsely accusing as murderers, as thieves, and he goes with impunity. And he feels free anytime to say anything to anybody, and then nothing happened to him. I'm doing this for the Liberian people to know that nobody can sit in the comfort zone of the United States of America and endanger the lives of other people.
Okay.
I'm doing this for my daughter, Margaret, or Mawen. So that Mawen will not call me and say, Daddy, did you kill Uncle Emmanuel? Why did you do that? And I'll ask Mawen, what's your choice? She said, I heard one Henry Costa saying, you killed Uncle Emmanuel. And I will tell my daughter, they fought a decade of war in Liberia. I did not join any warring faction.
They didn't pay attention to him. He brained himself. Yeah, it costs for me to repeat what I achieved over there. I'm going to do it. I got no fear, I got no regret because this thing is long overdue. Why would our cheer? Let the best Brazilian life and staffers and the legislative continue to suffer. We are agitating for our just benefit. 72 months.
You spoke to her Contrad and you told us that you were going to talk to her today. And the day
we agreed to the meeting today when they decided to intimidate us by saying the personal staffers should not go in the meeting. They are going to deal with the same kind of staffers. And the meeting was being joined. Even their staffers, senators that they now return.
Welcome to the TV.
And the vote that coming, the next vote, I have to be careful. Especially me, I will vote trying for people. Black guy, I will vote for black guy for the country to be set.
But the president will not lose every minute of his stay here will be well fed for.
We well appreciated of the people and we become serviceable. Welcome to Lofa. We're going to remain posted here to receive the president.
Why do you think the Fians have gathered?
The Lufians are the Sata people, they are cultural people, they are decent people. It's unfortunate they don't consider themselves to be Lufian.
There are speculations of, a counter protest of the president's welcome. Do you see that since you've touched down? Have you witnessed, any form of resistance force?
Journalist, you'll be a more independent person to let the world know that. But all I can say to you, Lofa is a place to be. Lofa is a home of world cultural people. We are people of decent culture and tradition. Got no intention in any given point in time to say to you that what the president did not experience in our country will be experienced in Lofa. That is not something, you got no space for us in Lofa country. We are cultural people, we are decent people, we are traditional people. We are well cultured by our elders and fathers and traditional people. The president is the father of the land. He has come to visit, and all we will do for him is to try to make Lofa second to none to him. We want to ensure that this country is the country of champions, and the president can rest assured he and his associate will be well fed. He and his associate will be well taken care of. We will do things that he haven't experienced before since on his tour on the many countries he went. We want to say thank you to the other country, and we want to say thank you to the president for the line Lofa to be the last. And that's why he's going to receive something that he hasn't received before.
Why is that? Contrary to opinion that the president has abandoned Lofa County, you are one of the well-placed opinions in the George Weah-led administration. What can you say to Liberians?
You want to discuss reality or you want to discuss politics?
Mayor Koji, earlier we were here, almost every member of the Lofa County Legislative Caucus, we spoke to them, they're present. How can you describe their presence?
Well, wonderful. That's what I said to you. For us, it's not about, whether we support one political ideology, it doesn't matter to us here. Today, it is about Lofa. And let me say, we respect the fact that former Vice President Joseph Boakai have demonstrated leadership. He has said to us that beyond all reasonable doubt, this president is a symbol of the Liberian people's decision. The Liberian people converge on a fateful day. They make a decision, a conspicuous decision, wholehearted decision. We all, as Liberians, will live in the meat and bounds of that decision. We must respect that decision, even when you disagree with his political ideology. It doesn't give out it doesn't give us the leverage to respect that. So we appreciate the fact that all of our caucus people are here, even the vice president, who also is debatable, that she's from both Bon County and Lofa County. She's a daughter of Lofa County. We're so glad that
there's no white chicken sitting in our legislature. For someone to come and say that I'm a white chicken, I'm a rooster here. We gotta be real. You receive money to spend on the people, you gotta spend the money.
Oh, okay, no problem. No problem. So, madam, I'd like to welcome you again.
Thank you.
And I'd like you to start off by introducing yourself and then your relationship to the late Melvin.
My name is Ruth Pat Pittman.
And that's what Dr. Richardson, she was focusing on that. Speaking about what you just said, let us talk about opposition. You have from your party, Toga McIntosh, the ambassador. From your party, all the folks now, they move over to Mr. Edison Cummings. And just what you are saying, they are saying that on another, speaking another language.
And talk about what the government is not doing. I have not seen an opposition party who open industries, factories, create jobs, agriculture extension program. You say you got money, get a wood processing plant. Go and get a diamond drilling machine, a plywood and veneer plant, like Taylor did, $30 million plywood and veneer plant to create almost 4,000 jobs in a county and a district. Invest in the people, create jobs. Don't tell the people when I become president, I will create jobs. Your partisans voted for you. They were in the rain and the sun for 3 months. They didn't win the election. You leave them without jobs. You leave them without attention. You're flying all around the world as a political leader, maybe raising money. You have not taken care of. You don't even have the charisma to be able to convince the national government that your partisans are qualified and competent. They should be absorbed into government to help to build the government. They are Liberians. You should put your case. I'm in the opposition, but my partisans are qualified. Put them in government. They will help you. You don't make those recommendations, but you expect the people after 6 years to come and follow behind you in the rain and sun to vote for you. The opposition must take the initiative of helping to create jobs and build a national image. Create jobs. Agriculture. What's wrong with clearing 1,000 acres of land in Bon County or Lofa County and create 2,000 jobs? What's wrong with bringing skilled machines and train people in skills? There's nothing wrong with that. I think political parties are incorporated to do business. You can take a monopoly on cement or oligopoly on frozen food and bring those things in to generate money for your party. A simple thing, if you import volume, if you import 300 tons of frozen food, you save what, $70 a ton. That's $210,000 you save just on freight. Money and ticket.
So you told President Taylor that his government was corrupt. He didn't listen to you. You are telling President Weir that his government is corrupt, and he's not listening to you. But yet and still,
no, I didn't say that the government is corrupt. No, I did not tell you that. You're putting what? If you believe that way, you may say that. I did not say that. I've never expressed that here.
Okay, so how do you describe government?
But Dr. Richardson, let him finish up now. Dr. Richardson, Dr. Richardson, no, Dr. Richardson, he's the guest. Let him finish up.
Don't do that. That's very elementary. You don't do that.
Let him finish up, Dr. Richardson.
I'm a high level intelligence.
Dr. Richardson,
you don't put
Dr. Richardson, we will give Mr. Allen the chance to finish.
You sat here and told us that.
Dr. Richardson, Dr. Richardson would give Mr. Allen the time to finish up, please.
Madam, I said, and I'm very clear about that, there are functionaries in government that are not discharging their duties with diligence. That's what I said. You understand? And I mean that.
And when somebody doesn't describe their duty with diligence, how do you call that?
It doesn't
you are
mean they're
highly
corrupt.
intelligent. How do you call somebody who is not describing their duty with diligence? How do you call that? That will cause the country to go into a race crisis. How do you describe that?
My dear.
Yes, sir.
I didn't come here for a dialogue. And I would hope that you don't initiate a dialogue because I can confront a dialogue directly. I don't want to deal with that.
Sir, so do
I. Dr. Richardson, we got Dr. Richardson.
But when I get this dialogue,
Dr. Richardson, we will not do the dialogue. Listen, we'll not do the back and forth.
That is the type of establishment that we are looking at political leaders to do. And some of them have had ample time. You mentioned Joe Borka. Joe is someone that I know very well. And Joe is a good friend of mine. But Joe is not, he doesn't have that leadership thing. He's a follower. I watched him from LPMC. I watched him from LPRC. I watched him as he left agriculture, as he left the University of Liberia. I watched him help BCADB, Bon County Agricultural Development Project under Young, and the Lofa County Agricultural Development Project under Jeremiah Tule. Way back, these were all bread basket places for Liberia. I want to see him with those kind of initiatives. I see the Libyans invested almost $30 million in rice production in Lofa County. I see those machines lying down in the bushes in Lofa County. How would I mean, he should grab those machines, and by now Lofa should be the rice producer of Africa. They invested, I mean, almost, I don't know, whether $20 or $15 million in that project. Look at the John Deere machines. You know the John Deere set of machines from the United States. They are there in the bushes. You should have used that now to propel Lofa County into a bread basket. Today, you won't be talking about whether or not people will support you. We'll be asking you to please make Liberia the way you did to Lofa. You have to be innovative. You have to be dynamic. I don't have anything personal with any of these fellows. They have nothing that I want. They can't do nothing to me or for me, but I will encourage them. If you want to be a symbol of national leadership, you have to demonstrate some kind of will. You have to do something for the people to encourage you. You see, I look at Tiawan. Tiawan say he won't be president. Nothing wrong with that. He can come forward and throw his hat in the race. Maybe he wants to be considered as a running mate for someone or to come to the limelight, but he hasn't done anything much for himself, nor has he done anything for his county or district. So I'm not looking at him as as someone that is something to worry about. We encourage him to support other institutions and come alongside and see what you can do. But basically, let's look at it. You have the major contenders are Cummings and Oka, but the inability to unite as an opposition alone is defeatist. They have defeated themselves. Under the watch of Bokai, Joseph Bokai, you had Alexander Cummings being taken to court by Ben Ure. I mean, you're the leader of the coalition. You cannot call those two young boys and say, "You're mind yourself here, man. You'll stop this kind of thing here. Close this case here." And you can't do that. Ben, you can't do that. Let's remain together. I'm in charge now for 1 year. When I leave from here, you can do what you want to. That's the kind of leadership that you want in an opposition. Harmony, tranquility. Invite your young brothers and sisters to be united. That's what I'm fighting to do in the MPP. I can't succeed. So I cannot say I'm successful in doing that. I got my young brother and young sister there flaking whole day and even doing things that are not necessary. So I cannot claim victory. I'm sorry. As a leader of them, I cannot claim that I'm doing well. I hope I could do better. But anyway, I'm saying that because
his name is Representative Yeke Koluba. One of the primary reasons why I call you here is that a lot of us, including me, we are concerned about your recent pronouncement with the formulation of a new group. I see you buried it. I don't know the name of the
Opposition Protection Unit. Protection Unit.
The Opposition Protection Unit.
You see it? So I mean, all of the vests. Yeah, all of the vests and were printed from where all in Liberia.
Opposition Protection Unit.
Yes.
OPU.
Yeah, and you see me my berry, right? Are you going live for the people to know?
Yeah.
Okay, I hope so. I hope that 419 thing there. I hope you're going live.
Everything you want me to blog, even the live.
You see some of my people, right? They are in the beret.
So why did you form this group?
The president said no security. You think I'm going to say about to kill me? 2023 will be more. It will be worse than what happened July 26.
Two senior members of Liberia's government are breaking their silence. They had kept quiet after the U.S. Treasury imposed sanctions on them in August, accusing them of corruption. Nathaniel McGill, the president's chief of staff, denies the misappropriation of public funds and of instructing warlords to threaten political rivals. He says the U.S. has got it wrong, that it's a case of mistaken identity.
But somebody may have misled them. Somebody may have told them a story that's not correct. And there are people out there who are using my name. That is a fact. It's a fact. And it's been reported people have been arrested. But somebody may say McGill is doing it, but I'm not the guy who's doing it.
The country's Solicitor General, who used to run a publication called The Plain Truth, says the U.S. accusation are all lies. He blames his former boss, the Minister of Justice, for any wrongdoing.
The Minister of Justice should be accused of all those things. He receives documents, he reviews contract, he signs contract. Never in my life, since I became Solicitor General. Even Petit Cash is the Minister of Justice.
The men have been suspended by President George Weah. The former football star was elected in 2017 on a campaign promising to fight for the rights of poor people. His goal was to eradicate corruption and poverty. Retired civil servant Paul Flomo has hoped that Weah's presidency would bring change. He's appalled that government officials are now accused.
I will not campaign for you unless you pay me. I'm not stupid to use me and dump me for your business. House are lost. Cars are lost. Marriage are lost. Business, everybody saw it, I lost. Bank account, I lost. I don't want to go further. My only reward was a stupid job and a smoking car. Tete and Ratty came to me by Mary Bro out of sympathy. Your people should not push me. I can swallow things, but when you aggravate me, I will come out. I will come out. And when I do, it will be disastrous. Tell them not to offend me. You looking at me? All right, we need you now. The mirror is open. Come back to Liberia. We need you. The people who are running us. Why you didn't think about that first? I'm telling you now. What I have put together, if I unleash it, it will be disastrous. Very disastrous. I've seen a lot. I've witnessed a lot. But I keep quiet. I keep quiet for many, many reasons.
And let me tell you something. We are not giving any commitment to anybody. The day I sit behind a patch my hand, I will talk about it. And it's not Cummings will not be in the country, be sodomizing balls and everything when people die or say, then I'm not talking about it. I will talk about it. If it hurts you, like, take me to court. I have the proof that Alexander Cummings is a gay, he has sodomized somebody, the person died. Very promising young man coming up. He said he couldn't wait for his time. Everything in life that time. He couldn't wait for his time. He allowed himself to be used. And he's from the country that I hail from. He's dead and gone. Enjoy yourself for today. Forgetting about tomorrow. Took the ball to the stage. Sodomizing good. And I see some people, they're taking it to buy everything. You're not no Alexander Cummings. It may so gay. See, tiny young man now pull later somewhere and say that here. His physical morphology cannot tell you that he is a leader. I'm not talking about what he does. See, sometimes your physical morphology, give you a clear picture of the leadership skill and style, and you represent. That's how it is. When you get one with leg plate on, a gay man, you go to that one, made that man to be who? Gay man that has lived his entire life out of this country for more than 36 years. He understands nothing about what the people have been faced with, the constraints the people have been faced with. When did this gay Alexander Cummings get to know that he needs to be paying people to go and protest? When he could not uphold, defend this country as to maintain his citizenship. He denounced the citizenship of this country and lived out of this country for 36 years. Just coming there, you say you made a change? What kind of change? You made a change to make a made? The gay change. You made the gay business to be strong because he has received money from the gay groups in the world. And so he has promised to people that Liberia will be one of the countries that will sign on to the gay law. So we will legalize gay activities. When a man see you on the street, he likes your business, he walk up to you and tell you that, hey, I like your business, we can do this, we can do that. And it will damage the young boys in this country because God is not sleeping. God himself, he understands what exactly you need to do. And when you want to use the other means and telling God that this place that you told me to operate from, it is not a rifle play, and this is what I want to operate from, you've got to get sane and you will die soon. Gay Alexander Cummings, I'll continue to say this. And my people, you need to believe it. When they men come in your community, you'll drive the men from there. When they men set eyes on a young guy,
before I end, and that's to you, Stanton. I told you before, you want to push this narrative of Cummings' attachment to war because you're trying to tie Louis Brown to war, only because Cummings has exposed your individual career of supporting model with not just financial support, but logistical support. So you want to tie the narrative about we not sure Cummings was tied to war, knowing very well that your friend Akara Gray has been pushing the propaganda about Cummings giving Ellen the $10,000 that she gave to NPFL. So you want to set the basis for that to come out talking about there's been reports coming up when I show Stanton. That's not going to fly. This may be your platform. This may be your show. But I told you before that the next time you put me in the back for something that every single person does on this show, including Kev and including Eugene tonight to Mr. Brown, that you've not put any of them in the back for, will be the last time I'll be on the show. I wasn't joking. That disrespect will have to end. There has to be mutual respect between you, this platform, and us as panelists. Yes, we may interrupt sometimes, as everyone does, but if you put him in the back, put all these other men in the back too. Unfortunately, that didn't happen tonight, and I take exception to that. So you guys have a good show, and I'll see you another time.
Thank you very much for coming. Mr. Brown, let me address something. If you choose to answer Mariah's question.
If I choose, yes, I will answer her question.
Therefore, let me just address something. I think Mariah, sometimes she over her head. This is a platform that we built, and I think sometimes you should show respect. We set up rules and regulations on the platform that when you interrupt and you have been warned, we'll put you in the back. This spoon talk is built for everyone to come on and make their case. But I would accept no rudeness, not from Mariah and not from anyone. I respect everyone, male, female, young and old, and we joke. Mariah's attitude was rudeness. I took exception to it, and as a CEO on this network, I would not encourage it. The same way other political parties want to be heard, we all have to speak. If anyone accuses Mr. Cummings, we make the correction. She's not the only surrogate for Mr. Cummings. She's not the only one there to defend and protect Mr. Cummings. And I think the mistake she is making, she is treading a very dangerous path. Folks from ANC didn't like it, they don't like it. Folks from opposition to ANC, they don't like it. She needs to stop, and as bright as she is.
Yes. So my benefits are illegal. Are my benefits illegal? What I'm supposed to receive that is documented, is it illegal? Let me tell you people something. Whether Spool wants to run, he's looking for a district to run or a county to run. I'm inviting him, or the 4 of them over there, or the 5 of them who spoke ill of me. Those who never spoke ill of me, I'm not speaking to you. When I misuse any word here, I'm speaking to those who spoke ill of me.
Yeah, take your time.
Yes. If you want to come and run, I'm inviting you. Come, we'll find a partner here for you. You will come and rent it. You sit there and you can't run against me. But don't lie on me. Don't misuse words on me. English 101 reading comprehension is the topic. I said I want my benefit. This government is owing us. But guess what? I don't even want to go there.
You see the opposition say what?
He is asking you, why opposition attacking you? You are the same Prince Johnson from Madam Salif government that they work with. Why are they attacking you now?
Yeah.
Oh, because I'm not in the camp. If I join them now, they will stop. Because I support Joshua, who the opposition doesn't want. And you can see, for example, every bad thing right now is coming from Cummings. Coming into my house here, encouraging me to join him. I told me I cannot support you because during the 2017 election, though I was not invited for the debate. You were there. They asked you, you are gay. Are you a gay? No, I'm not a gay. I'm struggling with that, but I support gay rights. That means you are a gay. And I do not want this Christian nation or secular country dominated by Christian to have gay as a president to support our children. I'm not in support of you. When he left from here, the next time I look on the Facebook, it was my name on my listing. And when I call you this afternoon, I told you in my whole life, I have never been appointed to hear any entity with military allocation. In the army, I was a common soldier. in the Senate, we got our check and whatever we are due by law. So they put money on my list to come and support for we are. So they encourage me and I can't agree. And that's what they did. But that even strengthened me more to support we are. I don't care what happened.
Your second question, Kev.
Yeah, I want you to explain.
My friend and brother, good morning. We came on very late today. We owe our audience an apology. Because of technical difficulty, that was the reason why we came late. But nevertheless, we are back. We are Flash and Brand is running. And my friend and brother, how you doing?
AB, let me borrow it from my friend and brother from another mama, James Goody Fomo. My God is manning me, and the state of mind is very strong, and I'm much more motivated to the development and growth and a better Liberia as I sit here.
Okay. Let me play you.
We are not afraid anymore. Until you wake up, we will fight for you.
That was a voice of Lucky Tama Dobe. We are not afraid anymore.
Mm-hmm.
We are not afraid anymore. We keep fighting, and keep on fighting. Are you fighting?
That's the reason my short intro I told you, and if I've never been motivated, I'm motivated and I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful.
Okay.
Because of the level of what we are getting involved in, and in the difficulties, bad leadership for our country, leaders that we elected, I'm so motivated and courageous that we will get there at the end of the day. If you say I'm not fighting, it's you. But even my presence on this platform and other platform folks are there,
that's so that
my
you are
generation,
fighting.
Anyway. And because we are fighting, we're going to get there.
Okay.
It doesn't matter how long it takes, but we're going to get there.
Okay. So what is on the platter this morning?
It is kind of a little bigot, but give us a few seconds. Let me go to my gadget and let me to the people. Like my host said, we are sorry. We are coming on this time. We are running from behind 1 hour, but you know, the world is becoming and continuously becoming dynamic, and sometimes we get by technologies. You know, it is easier, but sometimes it is really, really tough. So today on our menu, we got topics actually, and we want to discuss them based on our own understandings of the issues, and we want you to join us. The topics are the NPP characterized by physical brutality leading to one person dead, and the United States ambassador allowed Dr. Beth V. Shahak visit to Liberia as a U.S. government official for global criminal justice to start the process of war and economic crimes court establishment in Liberia. What are your thoughts? Let me read again so our folks can take it. Liberia Today Media October 2022 edition. The topics are NPP, National Patriotic Party, former Charles Party, convention characterized by brutality, leading to one person dead, and the United States ambassador at large, Dr. Van Shahat, visit to Liberia as U.S. government official for global criminal justice. Start the process of war and economic crimes co-establishment in Liberia. What are your thoughts? Excuse me. What are your thoughts? What is your suggestion? What are your suggestions? Your recommendations? How do you see? Where are we considering where we came from? We need to answer those questions. can determine our future. We are responsible for the operation, just so you know. So it'll be back to you.
You know, the topic is very, very interesting this morning, but I'm wondering whether the time will permit us. You know, let me start with the issue of the former First Lady, now Vice President of the Republic of Liberia. As I learned that she dished us $600. Is that true?
Yes, it is true. It was confirmed on Spoon Talk, one-on-one with the CEO by Cyril Allen, who is a committee chair of the National Patriotic Party, and also former NPP government official, former Secretary General of the National Patriotic Party, former chairman of the National Patriotic Party, doing leadership, and former government officials of the National Party-led government under Charles Taylor, and also a current governing council member of Coalition for Democratic Change under George Weah. So this is a small potato. Everything I just told you, that is just a little bit of the CV of Chief Cyril Allen.
Okay. But as I getting the understanding is, do you feel bad of additional $600? Is that something?
Are you asking me?
Is that something that the Liberian people will feel bad about?
I don't know. They need to express it.
For the former First Lady and now Vice President of the Republic, for her to dish us $600, and people are passing around and gallivanting around, acting that if to say they never dish us money that bigger than $600 before. The woman went to bunker. The woman told them, "This is our time." Joe Howard said, "This is our time. We will eat. If he refused for you to come to us, tell us now, so that you can relinquish your positions." Joe said that. Oh, so because Joe dished us $600 to county officials for them to come to vote for her, then is that people are mad, as I learned that people are mad with Joa for? They should look for something else to talk about. They should look for something else to talk about. Because for everything that Joa said, she is doing it. Joa Howard Taylor said, "This is our time. This is our time to eat. This is our time to eat." And then people, this is the woman time to eat. This is the woman time to eat. So I don't see the reason why some of our colleagues are mad with Joa. I don't see it. Joa never ate the money. She dished the money out. She dished out the money to her party officials to come to vote for her. She was paying for sympathy, begging them for sympathy. People coming to vote. Say you get voting power, you're coming to vote. I will give the Ghana, the hungry men, $600.
Maybe information, please. Information. We were not there. According to Cyril Allen, the Vice President Joy Howard, who is the current standard bearer of the National Patriotic, the NPP, dish out $600 to county chairperson as an indictment for them to sign a resolution to be appointed by, because on the basis of the National Patriotic Party Constitution, the NPP, according to Cyril Allen, does not allow that. The NPP Constitution called for action. However, her position is now up for grab. I'm quoting Cyril Allen. To the Constitution, why she have to even do that when her position is now up for grab? The NPP Constitution gave the the standard bearer, whenever elected, says yes, and she stayed within her command. So it was not about election. She gave it so that they could sign the resolution that she prepared to be appointed instead of elected.
that the same people make the constitution. They are the one that breaking their own constitutions. They are the one that prepare that constitution for unity for NPP. They are the one that created that, and they are the one that breaking that. That is not the organic law of our land for me to be concerned about. That should do with National Election Commission. If National Election Commission say they're having problem with the process, then it is worth for me to discuss it. But National Election Commission does not have a problem with that, because to that knowing that never occurred. But for what I am saying here is that for her to induce them with $600, the people said that they're time to eat, and the people are eating. Joel said that they're time to eat, and the people are eating. I would suggest that $600 was small. Back to the just when we are, the ambassador visited our country.
Maybe
and
can I suggest something quick?
Yes.
We absorb the inventory and then we go to the last one. What about that?
Okay.
All right. So let me just say some. I'm going to go to Article 53 and Article 63 of the Liberian Constitution, 1980.
But that got nothing to do with Joe Howard Taylor Constitution. That have nothing to do with that. That have nothing to do with that.
I give you a chance to expand on your argument that Joel said that was their time. Anybody can say it is their time. Anybody say they have won election. But as a civilized country, just as Liberia, even though we have been denied,
Liberia is a place,
as a large extent, we are still
Liberia,
members of ECOWAS. We are still a member of the United Nations. We are still a founding member of AU. And we are still a member of other international organizations that I'm not able to name for whatever reason. So on the basis of that, we will continue to remind them to govern and to govern on the basis of law. Listen to Article 53. Everything and anything that is applied to the President of the Republic of Liberia, it is equally applied to the Vice President of the Republic of Liberia, because they are elected on the same ticket, on the same political party. All right, so let me read 53. Article 53, the president and the vice president shall, entering on the executions of the duties of their offices, take a solemn oath or affirmation to preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution and laws, AB, and our audience, laws of the republic, and faithfully execute the duties of office. The oath or affirmation shall be amended in joint conventions of both houses of the legislature, Chief Justice, or in his absence, the most associate justice of the Supreme Court of the Republic of Liberia. Account 63, 60. The president and the vice president may be removed from office by impeachment for treason, bribery, keyword bribery, and other felonies, violations of the Constitution, or gross misconduct. Point. Let me make my case. The Constitution talk about law of the Republic of Liberia. Portion of this Constitution, any organization, including Susu Club, now accumulated, that come up with any bylaw and constitution for their setting that contravene or that goes in conflict with the Constitution of the Republic of Liberia 1980s, that is not a void. Therefore, all of the political parties in Liberia, including community-based and civil society-based organizations, subscribe to the tenets of this Constitution. Holistic. That's why the Constitution says other laws under 53 oath of office. Under 63, misconduct, robbery. Misconduct and bribery and violations of the Constitution. This Constitution is not by itself. It is organic law. All the other laws subscribe to this. Joy Howard Taylor is a citizen of Liberia, former First Lady of Liberia, former Senator of Bon County, senior senator by the way, current Vice President of the Republic of Liberia. I am told she graduated from the Law Arthur Green School of Law. Regrettably, she cannot even follow the execution of her own MPP constitution that made her standard bearer for the party that gave her the ticket on the quote-unquote coalition to be vice president. So, Joy Howard Taylor goes to her party headquarters and undermine the leadership that were constitutionally elected by the majority votes of the MPP partisans. By the process, use our taxpayer official government vehicles, security sent to her that we pay from our tax dollars, to vandalize the Pinsway Town Hall that is owned and operated by the government of Pinsway, vandalize their window and security people to enter there, leading to one partisan death. Oh my God. AB, let me tell you something, our audience. Regardless of how we consider Liberia to be, I don't care what happened, Liberia must stay and stay subscribe to the tenets of democracy and upholding the rule of law. And this is the reasons why I agree with the United States Ambassador at large. When she appeared on OKFM, it will not even take care of. If we cannot hold folks accountable, see what shit that led to this war that destroyed our country, that killed over 250,000 human beings in the country, according to media report. How can we hold little people that commit little crimes? How can we hold them accountable? AB, I can guarantee you, the fundamental reasons why all these things happening, First Lady, former Senator of Bon County, a graduate of Green School of Law, will not even obey the Supreme Court ruling that the chairman, secretary general are the ones that run the day-to-day affairs of the party, and they have the legal right to conduct convention, and the vice president goes there with her hooligans or rebels and vandalize Pinsway Town Hall, the taxpayer dollars built, and she is still vice president?
The vice president never went there with hooligans. She never went there with hooliganism.
Our behavior is hooliganism.
No, she never went there with hooliganism.
It is unethical.
The former first,
unlawful.
the former first lady never went there with hooliganism.
This is the same rebel behavior.
The former first lady, the current vice president never went there with hooliganism. People decided to carry on chaos. Anyway.
The $600 she paid to each county chairman was for them. Was for her to induce them.
When in case was
to sign a resolution prepared so that she could have the power to instead of them going to election.
Why in case of Joe Howard said that was just a token?
It's maybe it is bribery.
No.
Exchange your money for vote bribery.
No.
That is a simple pay for play that the government sanctioned Prince Joseph. That's bribery.
If she said that I gave it to them for token, for us to be able to appreciate them.
We already got the information. There's an official press release by PP leadership. There's an official press release. And you know what?
There's an official press release about what?
Election Commission was there, according to media report. Election Commission representative were present there. He said Election Commission don't have any problem with that. Election Commission going to have problem, but they are reviewing the matter. And moreover, the police also go with it because somebody died. AB, life is so precious. What kind of greediness is this? This has been in government forever since I started knowing myself. She had the land for 7 years with her husband that destroyed our country in the name of liberation. Okay? First, Liberian people stood in their majority. Only human being that I know about spiritually that ever got that kind of Jesus Christ. Okay? People stood in their majority under the real in Liberia for over 3 months. And so the war, you came my mom, you came my pa, I will vote for you. For Charles Taylor, Joy Awatula was first lady. From the born country that they resided for over 6 years, over 7 years, from 1990 all the way coming to 1997, they destroyed our country. Joy Howard went back there, they paid the people for her as their senator. The people didn't stop there. They go into kangaroo coalition with George Weah, who says he's a free man, agent of clean hands, and went into Kohu with former party and then make him president and then make her vice president. She let it go because what? Impunity is the hallmark of the dead in our country. And this is the fundamental reasons why there must be some work that we counter bad our country. Bad people in our country. We need to do something. If we don't do something, that country is going to go past. Okay. Let me borrow it from the ambassador. The country go back to the past because this thing has happened and we came out with a more than 1 decade. Let me borrow her word. What kind of country is this? The leaders that see enforcing the law are the ones violating the laws. That is bribery. When you give people money to induce, to control their thinking, to control their vote, to solution in your favor, that bribery.
She never
when you use
she never
any object or any means of forcefully
you say Joa doesn't know what bribery is.
Any building in Liberia, that's criminal in nature.
Who told
and
you
she
that?
Did all of that.
Who told you that Joa does not know what bribery is?
But that's how she carry on. Because she knows she will not be held accountable.
So it was not
bribery.
bribery.
She will not be held accountable. That's how she did it.
It was not bribery. It was not bribery. It was not bribery.
How do you call it?
Appreciations.
Appreciation. AB, let me tell you something. You can say what you want to say. I know you don't mean it right now, but you are disappointed. I'm not disappointed. Continue this composition, and we got to be truthful when we come on the platform. Where they didn't tell you say that was a token. That's intent. That's inducement. She didn't tell you that. We listen to Cyril Allen clip.
Okay.
We listen to his voice. Cyril is not an ordinary person.
Okay.
When it comes to the MPP and even he's not an ordinary person. He's been in the business for a good, according to him, over 40 years. Okay. That is the key. You cannot get people money to change the law. You get people money to change the law. Instead of them going to vote, give them money, you force them to sign resolution to give you the ability to appoint them instead of them voting. That's inducement. Once it is considered as inducement, that's bribery. If you go to anybody's house, you bust the lock, that's a spot. You enter that place, whether you did it with good or bad intention, that's a criminal act. And she did that. And she did that in her official capacity as bearer of the MPP, in her official capacity as a vice president of the Republic of Liberia. And I like the way Cyril Allen took the issue. Won't talk. He said he called the president of the Republic of Liberia because of her immediate boss and reported her to the president, George Weah. Even though he's not going to do anything anyway, but Cyril Allen did that. And this kind of bad behavior needs to stop. Only way it's going to start, their Truth and Reconciliation vote, their recommendation must be adhered to. Because this is the same thing that did that Cyril Allen Spoon talk on Sunday, that their generation brought all the trouble on the country. Their generation brought all this trouble on the country. And they're refusing to be held accountable because they are still in the power. They are still in the corridor. So we, the new generation need to hold it accountable. And part of our way to hold it accountable is to speak the truth. To speak truth to power, regardless of our own frustration. regardless of our own frustration and our disappointment. We need to do just that.
All right. You know, I am saying that Joa never bribed one single member. That was an appreciation, and I mean it. That's what Joa our said, and that's what she was thinking. She said that it was an appreciation, and that's why nothing else, nothing more than that. Let us look at the issue of the ambassador visiting our country. What is it taking on that?
I mean, the United States government as a whole, I think they need to help us. Help us. Because even what we are doing, right here in America, people are doing in Liberia South. They might not be as vibrant as we are. News is there on the ground. And I must admit, I really admire Clarence Johnson, the way he conducted the interview with the ambassador at large, American ambassador at large. I think the advocacy has been elevated now to the stage. And I also applaud the American government for their step initiative to put this thing behind us. This will be a good moment, a very mental moment for the victims of the war and the perpetrators of the war to have their day in to exonerate themselves. It is not justice or our kind of justice or trial that we agree with. But what a showcase from these trials or justice review, the opportunity that people will have their days in court, either to be wrong or to be proven right. I think it's a good size. And I would think that the visit that the American large made to Liberia and had those conversations with stakeholders when it comes to war and economic crime engagement in Liberia, I think it is in the best interest of our survival as a nation and as a people. And I think just we are leadership, if they cannot achieve anything else, they should be able to embrace this American offer so we can put this behind us. According to the ambassador, there are 3 lawsuits already against Liberia. The government. 3 lawsuits against Liberia, ECOWAS Code, one from ICC, and another one from, and one was actually prosecuted right here in America. It's a case. And this gentleman, they cook here in America, I think about $1 million petition to the victims, and he ran away because we're not a criminal to be arrested, according to the ambassador. In addition to that, call in and also mention about America, whether they are prosecuted any American or any that took on citizenship here and went to Liberia and aided the process. And she made specific reference to Chucky Taylor. I don't know if Chucky is a son of Joy Howard Taylor, but we know he's a son of Charles. I don't know which woman. I do not know. If you know it, give it to me. American government President Chucky Taylor and convicted him for 39 years for that he committed in Liberia, who directed and executed the EU demon forces. His father, grew the core army at the time. In addition to that, the ambassador said America stand ready to sponsor the process 100%. All they need is the local support, starting with a piece of legislation that with the framework to establish the code. Logistic support, financial support, human capital support, effort support. America stands ready for that. Do we want? Other countries done it. Philosophers say how many times we slip and fall, but how much do we make to wake up and keep moving? I think the government of Liberia should take advantage of this. We have ever been talking nonsense about this war crime code, flip-flopping about. This is about time that he take it serious. But
I have a question though. Why
Go
the war
ahead
crime
if
code?
I can answer your question.
Why does the war crime? Why they never talk about the war crime code for Madam Salif 12 years?
They didn't talk about the war crime code because they see government refuse to pass the legislation.
Oh.
They refuse to pass it. And further to say she cannot speak. Oh, no. Let me further. I'm quoting her. We got it right there. We play it. She went further to say she will not be able to speak American government for days that she was not in office. She was not in office. Whoever was in office and holding the same position that she holds right now should be answered that question. And I think that is a fair answer.
Oh, so during the 12 years of Madam Salif, so they not America never talk about war crime code. They gave all the support. America gave Liberia all the support that they could get, but forget about the war crime code. Just when we took power 2017, they're talking about war crime code. You think that is fair?
It is because John Mann, we are gone 5 years already. In addition to that, before Madam Salif came to power, we had our own framework that settled this TRC. Okay, it was amended by co-constitutional government when Madam Salif came to power on January 16, 2006. The constitution restored. So all of the appointments that were made were adjusted, modified. Some people stay on board, and that took that was the TRC was part of the framework. Okay, he was already president before the TRC recommendation came out. Before the TRC recommendation came out, and as a civilized country, civilized people that already know what they want to do. Look at the CDC-led government, for example. When they were in the opposition, their key areas of advocacy were war and economic crime for Liberia, and also anti-corruption. The rest. Those were the two key areas. But what happened? Very people that can be on that note, when they got the power, they still flop because what? I agree with Cyril Allen. Everybody go for themselves. Just what the old guys did. They coming all the way to the late 1970s. Let me quote you. I was not born, even though I read some of the history. I read some of the horrible events that occur in country already. Okay? But it is the realities of the day. They went to good school, they experienced good living in our country, and they got scholarship, and they knew when they graduate what they're going to get. But when they got back after they learned, they got back to Liberia, according to Cyril Allen, they were so ambitious. And they could not control their ambition easily. And so they started hating each other. And that's what got the country to where it is. And he's advising this generation to go to that path. However, we are not too far from them. Because I remember the George Weah generation. Not super. I remember George Weah generation. If George Weah could just take upon himself to do better, I think we'll be fine. And part of that better,
but you think
to fully implement the TRC invitation. He cannot even succeed, have political will to muster a political will to muster the presidential power. Because country is a presidential driven country.
I think what
to pass a piece of law for America to help out people accountable for their stewardship, then I don't know where our generation go to.
Be
angry for the rest of our time.
You said that Madam Salif said that she cannot answer that question. She cannot answer that question.
I deny you, Madam Salif. I said the ambassador said she could not to any issue about this office that she hold now. Nothing. I did not say Madam Salif.
Okay. Granted, Ambassador Alad said that she cannot answer questions. Yeah, that is true.
Particular question. Not all of the questions. Particular question.
Yeah, that is true. But now the Republican came and they supported her. The Democrat came and they supported her. So are you telling me that only the War and Economic Crime Code that America want to see happening into Liberia currently? Is that what you're telling me?
I'm telling you, America has been and continue to be our one traditional friend.
Okay.
tradition among many nations. In addition to that, the election building that you got today, America built it with our tax dollar. The law school you got today, America built it with our tax dollar. The education that we got today, America and Great Britain, according to history, built it. So that America have been involved into our life from onset, from the onset of no state. From the American Colonization Society.
I know all of that. I know all of that. I know all of that.
Established the modern Liberia today. So I don't want you to ask me the question whether that's the only interest of us. America has more interest in Liberia. That is just one of them.
Okay, granted. But I think, I think that this is not fair.
That's your opinion.
I think that this is not fair to George Manawia. This is not fair to him. You cannot compare the support that this country gave to Madam Salif. You cannot compare that support, and to the support that they currently giving. You cannot compare it. No, I come in. I want
to ask you before you proceed.
No, I come in. No, I come in. No, I come in. I think the great country is not doing George Manawia a fair job.
All right, when you finish,
this man came according to him, and according to his government official, according to him, they thought the government broke. According to him. So for me, look, George Manawia should go as 12 years. Let him go. Let him serve for his 12 years. And then when he finish, the next president that come in, let's see there's a same pressure that America want, to see what America will put that same pressure on the next government. Let George Manawia do the Labrampo job as he is doing it currently. As he is doing it, I mean, the man is doing it so uniquely. The man is working so hard. They are still resting from the market. The man is working.
You are the next sound on the show. You are the careful sound on our show right now. Go ahead.
The man is working.
You are the next careful sound right here.
The man is working so uniquely. The man is working so uniquely and tirelessly to the extent of resting from our market. So the Liberian people were voting again. The Liberian people were voting again because the man doing a wonderful work. This man is doing a wonderful job for the Liberian people. Yeah.
Can I ask my question now?
Yeah, you can ask.
So, AB.
And then we'll go to the phone now.
Who was Madam Salif at the time when America had?
Who was Madam Salif?
Yes.
Madam Salif was the country president.
Okay, good job. Who is George? I'm asking a simple question.
Is who is what?
George. Who is George Weah?
George Weah is the country president.
Okay, yeah, good job. You really gave good answer. So the question is, between men and women, which says or higher leadership around between male and female?
You said what? I don't get that question correctly.
Between male and female, the men and women all over the world, who then plenty inside that we see
women are more dominant, in terms of population.
Are you making mistake? Are you saying women or men?
No, I am saying women are more dominant when it comes to populations in every country, in most of the country.
I'm not talking about population. I'm talking about our political leadership.
Yeah, coming to that. So when it comes to our political, when it comes to our political leadership, men are dominant. Men are dominant. Even in the great United States, men are dominant more than the female.
Okay, good job. And the reason I asked those is simple. If Eddie was president, America helped. The whole world helped. George Weah is president now. Eddie was president. All the women there inside government position.
Yeah, hold on.
All the women that inside the position, they're not plenty. Ellie got all that support. All that support because she was president for like
Mommy.
We are president all over the world. You find plenty
the nose behind you is too much.
Plenty men in government position. Why just we are now using his face for a friend man to helping too,
One
to
noise.
help our people to carry joy to Liberia. Why do we are now using that same early
One
Johnny
noise.
Visa as woman to get men then to come helping? Why he not doing it? But he dancing kuka, bring all the women and sleep with them, and then give them job. Then he can hear to everybody. Anyone not doing that one? Maybe that one all the desire to help Ellie, but job we are doing all that funny something there. So that one maybe all the men and that one happy. So that the reason
okay. Let's go to the phone line right now. Good morning, Mo.
Good morning. Yeah, comrade.
Go ahead.
Yeah, comrade, you're calling me,
Yeah, our number to call is 215-824-8124 and then 267-938-2801. That is the number to call to be part of the Magnificent Abraka Talk Show. Or you can better call on our WhatsApp number. You see.
Maybe can I do my comment before we move forward? Before the first caller.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, folks. The immigration man is right here, okay? Kangoma Multi Services Consulting, KMC for LLC, Immigration and Financial Services. We are helping our community members with affordable but quality services, such as U.S. citizenship and naturalization, filing for husband, wife, children, adult children, brothers and sisters, and parents when you are a citizen or when you are on a green card. Green card application processing, replacement due to measure and loss, including renewal, adjustment of status and for Liberians and other countries eligible, now for green processing and work permit application, fiancé visa and visa, employment-based visa application processing, non-immigrant and immigrant visa applications, your support preparation and submission to National Visa Center, all kinds of visa invitation and other professional letter writing, solicits and writing insurance and auto insurance, income tax preparation, and student loan repayment document preparation. Also, free consultation, 10 to 15 minutes on all of the services, free of charge. Our numbers are 267-488-8012, 267-648-8012, 701-330-693, 701-330-4693. Our website is www.congomaconsulting.com. www.congomaconsulting.com. Thank you for me.
Thank you.
Let's move.
Thank you. Kora, what is your name and where are you calling out from?
Yeah, this is Mohammed S. I call from United Arab Emirates.
Mohammed, go ahead.
Yeah. No, first of all, let me commend you for your analysis. But one thing I have to tell you that no matter what you do, no matter how you feel, Joseph Barker will not be president for Liberia. Because Joseph Barker, yeah, hello?
Yeah, but what you just said, repeat yourself once more.
I said, no matter how you talk, no matter how you feel, Joseph Barker will not be president for Liberia.
Okay.
Yeah, he'll be asking why. Maybe
why?
Joseph Barker worked in government for 30 some more years. Agriculture minister. He worked to APMC.
He went to APRC. He went to APRC.
MPMC. I don't know about APRC.
No, but I'm adding LPRC to it.
Okay, yes. And he served as vice president for 12 years. What is Joseph Barker's personal achievement toward the Liberian people?
Okay.
What can Joseph Barker point at to say, oh yeah, I was vice president yesterday? That is what I did for the Liberian people. So you trust me for the little one I did and for me to do bigger. What is the achievement?
Okay.
What can he tell us as Liberians that will guarantee us to say, oh yeah, we'll stay in queue to go and vote for him? We are not here for power record. We cannot vote for Joseph Barker because he don't deserve to be president. I cannot be vice president for 12 years. From Morovia to Bowalasa, Kota don't reason. 12 years I say as vice president, I will resign under my boss. The first says I will resign. I will tell you, say you don't let my country, I will resign. Can Joseph Barker do that? To do that, Kante was getting Manasedi the higher vote, but beside Mosorado, Kante was getting Manasedi the higher vote. Why can he point at the European to say, oh yeah, there's what I did for the European one of vice president for 12 years? You have to stop joking with people.
Okay. That's the opinion, okay. So you can smoke it. That's the opinion.
No, I can't smoke. I can't smoke.
Okay, you can drink it.
I can't drink. I can't smoke. I'm a Muslim. Maybe
no, you can drink it. You can drink it. You can drink it. That does not mean you have to be liquor. That does not mean I have to be liquor. You can drink it.
No,
you can drink it.
Whether it's liquor, whether it's not liquor, I don't drink. I don't smoke. I'm a Muslim.
Yeah, you are Muslim, but you can drink water.
No, that is not the issue.
The
issue is.
I am saying that
Bro,
that is the opinion. I am saying, and I know that you respect us.
Ebi, you know that word you're using. You know within yourself, you're very sad. If I could use that word on you, you know how will you feel?
I will feel good.
Let me honest. Don't just use words on somebody.
I am saying, go and smoke it. Go and drink it. You can go and drink it.
No.
Okay. Bye. You said that you have a question for the young brother.
You say what his name again?
His name is Mohammed.
All right, brother Mohammed. Maybe you don't understand how the system works in Liberia, and you know why? I don't blame you. Myself, I'm a victim of bad leadership. All of us in the scene, we are in the scene canoe. Okay, we are in the scene canoe. If you say the vice president did not do anything for the people of Lofa County, he got nothing to show. Thank God he did that. At least the vice president got a place that he lives. Yeah. We do not have any other report.
I get a call here.
Show to us that the vice president, all the places that he worked,
Yeah, I have
one that was not for him.
I have a call.
That's an achievement.
Other
people achievement that brought AK-47.
What is the name and where are you calling from?
And kill our people that
AB, this is Russell Pro. How you doing, brother?
Russell Pro. The president.
Yeah, man, welcome back.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Russell Pro. Go ahead.
Okay, look, AB, look, let us be realistic. You know, I'm a supporter of George Weah, and the situation in the country, especially the recent one, the disconnect between he and his commerce minister pertaining the rights issue and other issues, you know, I'm highly disappointed. I believe the president is not being forceful on issue, and sometimes, you know, he doesn't have to react. He doesn't have to react only when Costa or when people, you're on talk show and other people say something, then he goes to prove a point. That's wrong. You know, the job of you guys is to criticize. That's the job of the opposition.
Yeah.
When you play soccer, the defender is not there to make room for you to go score goal. He's there to harass you. So that's the job of the opposition for you to critiquing. But with that said, let us be realistic, man. Look at Joseph Boakai. I respect the old man. That's why I don't talk about his health issue, anything. But as far as the leadership is concerned, as far as that country is concerned, knowing what we know about Joseph Boakai, past experiences, past jobs that he has been sacked, he been fired for administrative reasons, and a lot of other things. He been incompetent when it comes to signing bogus agreement, and he has done little or nothing for the people of Lofa County. That's a whole lot of issue, man. Joseph Boakai
you have proof of that Joseph Boakai have not done nothing for Lofa, because I'm just about to show you a clip. You get proof of that?
Oh yeah, I got a lot of friends. Who live in Lofa. Some of them on my scholarship right now. Joseph Boakai did nothing for Lofa. You can show me anything tangible, anything tangible. I'm not talking about something. I'm not talking about rest farm where you can speak there, speak cross over. You know, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about something that will benefit the general population of certain percentage of the people. Okay. Not family thing. Okay. No, so this old man, what we are saying is, I respect him, but let him sit and go in like an ambassadorial role. No, we still need Joseph Boakai wisdom when it comes to certain. But you know, when it comes to the presidency, what we're going through right now, look, Joseph Boakai is not in a right position. If you know, let's be realistic on this thing. As much as we know that George, we have things not going right. Let that plunge this country, get it country to Joseph Boakai. It'll be another year of squandering, man.
Thank you.
Brother Francis.
Thank
over
you.
There,
Thank you.
All right, AB.
Francis, we'll go to you.
Yeah, good morning. What is your name? Where are you calling us from? Are you there, caller?
Yes, I'm here. This is Emmanuel.
All right, Emmanuel, go right ahead.
Sir, for me, I'm concerned about the ambassador to Liberia.
Okay.
My concern is the TRC that people are asking for implementation. That TRC was questioned by our Supreme Court, and so now we know that whatever the Supreme Court says is the law, and our law is considered as our constitution. So the Supreme Court said it was wrong to ban people from taking part in the elections, and that was one of the recommendations of the TRC. So before we implement the TRC, go ahead with the World Crime Code. Are we going to rewrite the TRC or rewrite the Constitution? So that's my question. America start there with Ellen, who was banned, and today they are coming out saying that they want World Crime Code. Are they going to help us to rewrite the TRC or rewrite our Constitution?
No, you got everything wrong, my brother. I'm sorry, but that's the word I got to use. Let me just give you an idea. You listen to the ambassador well.
No, you give the caller chance. Now when the caller finish, then you go off.
He's done.
You go off, right? But you stay on the line.
AB, the caller listening to me. Can you give us to interact here, please? I want to make it interactive so the caller can understand what. So
I have a clip here to show. So when the quarter finish, when the quarter finish, you cut the quarter off. Then you can be able to give your perspective.
You got this thing wrong, man. We were almost done. Operation you're making, we were almost done. Are you there, caller? Are you there? Okay. Whether the ambassador or not, we do not need to rewrite the Constitution of the Republic of Liberia. We do not need to do that. We do not need also to eat the TRC report just because Supreme Court came up with a compound that, hey, you cannot ban the people. Even though, I come in. The TRC report, TRC in the first place was never a courtroom. It was a process set up for people to explain themselves what they saw with the role they played. Therefore, the TRC recommendation created a framework to catalog our problems so that we now create, through our legislature, create a framework for people to be tried. Now, because that TRC report go and ban people, no, TRC will never. So the ambassador is now saying, we must just take the TRC report and drop it on people. No, that would be violation of their right. And that's the Supreme Court talk about. If you want us to ban somebody, let the person be due process of law under our system to go to court and defend themselves. If they are proven guilty, then we deal with that. If they are not proven guilty, then we deal with that.
Okay, so those that are there, let's TRC. So knowing all the other criminal until they are found guilty, we will put
on the basis of our system, even the system in a mess.
Okay. So I don't understand.
And their own opinions, and folks tend to call under our civil law system.
I wanted to understand. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, AB, you can go ahead and have a caller. Do you have a caller?
This Foya District, Lofa County. I am standing before the fence, a property that is owned by our former Vice President, Joseph Newman Barkat. Often people politically criticize the old man for not having a single kitchen in his hometown. So I got there yesterday and I was told this is his compound. He owns this compound. It is being rented out to the Samaritan Pause. They are the one leasing this property. It's a very big compound. I'm not able to go around the fence, but I just want you to see from the front. And I was also told that he got a building, a school that he himself erected. The school is nearby, so we're also going to walk there, at least see what Joe Baker has in Lofa County. So next time, don't be told. So this is the school compound that was built by our former Vice President, Joseph Newman Barkai. You can see his name on it. This is the auditorium of the school, right? So it's a very big compound. We're going to go in, at least take a look at the buildings that are there, the school buildings. Let's go.
They'll go right down.
So this is the compound. Here's the auditorium. This is the sound laboratory, right? There are a lot of schools in Monrovia, even the school that I graduated from, does not have a science laboratory. But Joe Barker School in Louva County has a science laboratory. You know, I'm so impressed, to be honest. I never entered here with the expectation of seeing a science laboratory. A lot of good buildings, a lot of schools in Monrovia that don't even have a science laboratory. There's a science laboratory. It's so unfortunate that today is Sunday. Students are not here, even administrators are not here for us to take a look. But I just want you to see the facility that the old man has here in Louva County. This is just the first building. There's another building, right? I don't know which building is this, whether it's classroom or so, but you can just see how big it is, you know? See how big this building is. This is another building as well. There.
Yes.
All right, caller, go right ahead. What's your name? Where are you calling us from?
Good afternoon. My name is Kissinger. I'm calling from Memphis.
All right.
How are you doing?
We are doing great. Go right ahead. Be snappy, okay? Another caller on.
I just want to have respond that the first number that you put what is not correct. Then you try to search it out.
Okay, at least you're able to get through.
Yeah. I just listened to a caller, I think it's he just spoke on the line in Joseph Walker being in power for so many years, and he has nothing to show us to approve of. So, I don't know, are you really thinking or are you really feeling coming on stage to tell people that someone been in power for a lot of years and they are not doing nothing for themselves? How will you compare yourself with other Joseph Walker in Germany? But the same thing is we are kids too. When we are placed all over the world, they get the titles and often nothing to show for itself. Whether the Liberians elected him after today, we could get something or wanting to show up in Liberia.
Okay.
That's a good question. They call him
one. The situation that's going on today in our country. Everybody cries. Just common food. It's not in our country. But still the opposition, they are still backing him.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
I got another caller here.
Another caller.
Caller, what is your name and where are you calling us from?
Yeah, hello. Hi. My name is Malcolm JT. I'm calling from Minnesota.
Malcolm, go ahead.
Okay. My issue here is that you just play a video about the vice president. I have a school in Louva County. My issue here is that how can a vice president, a man who wants to be president for the Republic of Liberia, to rent the only school he has to another organization to run it?
No. You are in error right there. So you are in error. That's not
because
the school. The gentleman said at Cummings. The gentleman said this is the former vice president home. And this is the compound. This is the compound. This is the compound. And it's been rented by Samaritan Press. Then he left from there, he went to the school where Joseph, that school and that fence, that two different places. That was the reason why the guy get on the motorbike he went to the school, what was built by JMB. He went to the school and you saw JMB name on the school. He never built a school and turned the school over to Samaritan Press. No, Samaritan Press is renting that fence. I just wanted to make that clear.
Okay, and that's the only issue I have. I was having on that a school for the vice president or rented.
No, it was not. No, it was not rented. Okay. It was not rented. That his fence, the horses in that fence that was rented to a Samaritan Press. Thank you.
Okay, I understand. Okay, and I got a second issue.
Second question. What is the second question?
My second question is that the $300,000 or more than $300,000 the American government would take to bring war crime court to Liberia. Why can't they help us to build schools, roads, and other things that is lacking in our country with the over 300 and some thousand for the war crime court? Why not?
Okay.
So that's my question.
Okay. Thank you. Francis, back to you.
All right, caller, we are ready for you. What's your name? Where are you calling us from?
It's Flono. I'm calling from and our people have really to tell me that a guy on my nerve when I hear people say what the day for local content. Okay, like the CPD used to say about the late Dr. Monument. Okay, what are we telling? I mean, they are telling me that the two vice presidents were vice president for local content, now Republic of Liberia. Besides that, in the U.S., nobody is president. So they want to tell me that Joe Biden is president, even focus on development in there. Everything that since he in power, everything should be about Delaware. If you go to Delaware, it's underdeveloped. Delaware is all, and you don't, or they have traveling on the outside part Delaware is not developed like the way the other developed. Okay, those people who say they agree is the reason why we are behind time because of ignorance, because of illiterate. When they say somebody is president, Ellie was president for 12 years. She didn't make it into her village, and she was developing other side, focusing on other countries. That's the one you're supposed to do as leader. But we have a leader today. He can't do houses for himself. Everything is fine with us. They say, oh, at least the man is doing well. So that means we have no way to regard to okay, the next point is the TRSC. The TRSC, it was a bias. TRSC report. Some people refused to sign the paper. I remember the late Kakuma Kone never signed TRSC report. There was a conflict of interest of TRSC report. Some people were pointing fingers at others that not even has nothing to do with the war. Like example, everybody always say, Ellie Johnson said he brought the war. This is the reason why international people did not focus on TRSC during our administration. During our administration, I work with FGO, I work with a lot of international institutions in Liberia. While here, when we go to NGO meeting, the people right now don't have time for TRSC. First thing they want to establish Liberia, they want to put it on the map because for the Civil War, in fact, they categorized saying the coup, Liberia started declining and the economy was bad. Liberia needed something to stand on. So as you work hard to maintain and put Liberia on the map of the world.
Okay.
They were not focusing on TRS.
Okay.
We have people on the other side, all the effort that people were making, the woman was doing to build up our state. They were there saying, oh, the woman that war crime code, they were crying for war crime code at that time. They don't want that war crime code. People were hungry. People wanted jobs. People wanted to pay their life.
Okay.
And
we have another caller here. Caller, you have to make it snappy.
A lot of people say,
no, I'm coming to you.
All right, caller, you need to below snapping. I will get another caller so other people can have time to get on.
You cannot be a vice president for a county, so all the development you must carry to that county. Besides that, you can have made progress in local county when and LPMC. We don't need to leave from local county to come to get a job.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you, caller. Thank you.
Caller, go ahead.
Yeah, this is Chulukia. I just had a question because when
caller, please give us a small break.
The question is, people saying the TRC report the warlock should have a due process. So my question is that the people they killed, the 250,000 people they killed in Liberia,
Yeah,
did they have a before they executed them?
You say what?
I said the people saying that the warlock in the country should have a due process. They should have a fair trial, right? They might have like lawyers and they might have a trial. So my question to them: did the 250,000 people they warlock and killed? Did they have a due process before they executed them?
I don't
The
know.
answer is no, I would say.
Yeah.
Oh, they were going around just killing people. But then my second thing is, can you post that cash app for yesterday so I can be able to send something?
Yeah, they cash out for yesterday. Yeah.
Yeah, I did a post. I did a post the number every time you have your show, so we can be able to know.
Yeah, Paulo, that one makes sense for sure. Thank you.
Yeah, the guy wanted to say something yesterday, but I couldn't see the cash app number.
That's your Francis number. The
Yeah,
cash app number.
I have Francis number, and I number I always go. It's a Francis. That's my man right there.
Yeah, Francis, please post the number. Yeah. Okay.
All right.
I'll thank you. That's all I got. I'll be waiting for the. I'll be looking at the number.
Okay. We get another caller here.
Yeah, that caller will be the last caller. And
then you go right on.
Yeah, thank you for taking my call. This is more position. Thank you for taking my call, Francis.
Okay, go right ahead.
Yeah, so you see, man, it's a desperate move. In an attempt to show Mr. Blanca maybe may have done something. But you see, at the end of the day, it's trying to be careful about who we select as our leader. It's not about, what you do in your country, it's about your vision. Okay? A leader always think about the future and what he or she going to leave it behind. What's the next generation? How come Mr. Blanca, I don't know how long you have had this school. But we don't even know how many graduates the school have produced. We don't even know, we haven't seen nothing about, in terms of the school qualification, how it's coming out of the school, what are the students doing out there today, how many leaders have produced since its time in public office. All of a sudden, we just see somebody coming and showing us building that this is a school. Okay, cool. Well, school is not just it's about the quality of education. So we don't really take the school itself for the building. So you guys got more to do to prove to us, to show that this man has a vision when it comes to education. That building sitting down there is just a building. It's just a Joshua saying a building hospital or the hospital, no drug in the hospital, no good medical doctor in the hospital, or Joshua's building hospital. So it's all a small screen to just show us something, but it doesn't show real vision and real leadership. Thank you for taking on.
All right, thank you very much. We got another caller here. Good morning, caller.
Good, Francis. How you doing?
I'm doing fabulous. God is good.
Okay, this is Abba Cole calling from Philadelphia.
Lay on us.
All right. I was not with you from the beginning to know the behalf, but from the callers,
I can read the topic.
I think you are talking about the war crime.
Yeah, I can read the topic and understand it better.
Say that?
I can reread it so you can understand it better.
All right.
So today we're discussing two topics, okay? MP had a convention on the weekend, and the bearer is Joy Howard Taylor, who is the current vice president of the judge. She went there with a bunch of US dollars, with sound security. She forced herself into City Hall and vandalized the people window, and one person died, MPP party. So she induced each party chairperson with 6 USD to induce them to sign a resolution to give her a appointment, and she did just that. So we are discussing vandalism, physical violence, and also United States Ambassador at large visit to Liberia, initiate the process of war and economic crime, since we've been overworking since the war ended. Two topics.
All right. Thank you for brushing it up. But one thing we need to do in our country is to set up an example for doers. I know this will boil down to war crime, but if we do not punish people who are doing wrong, using cash violence to be able to make changes, to do things for our people and they go free. We are heading the wrong way. This will boil down, as I said, to the fact of we need to bring people to justice. I heard some callers talking about, oh, we can use the money for this other, but oh, those who have caused this country to go backward, that we have found ourselves in the state we are today. We need to bring them to justice. We need to punish who have wronged us. We need that. If we don't, our country, we are heading the wrong way. Those, you see, one thing, people come to power, they use resources, and then to induce people to keep us poor, and use peers to be able to induce them to put power and continue the hegemony. This is wrong. We need to institute justice. We need to bring people to vote for the wrong things that has caused our country to go so behind. Thank you. Francis, also.
Hey, but Kayangama.
This is Abaco.
Oh, my brother.
Yeah, brother. So this is it. We need justice. We need the people to vote. We need to institute the measures that will deter for doing the wrong to our people. Thank you.
Thank you, my brother, for the vision.
Yeah, so we'll stop here for today. Francis, get your closing statement. And
yeah, it be closing. Let me just, we forgot actually one of our callers reminded us on what we did yesterday for Eric Johnson. I want to remind them because they didn't get much good feedback yesterday. Even one of our followers that promised that they didn't come through for some reason. So folks, we just want to kind of encourage you to chip in please for Eric Johnson. We really need to help our brother. It could be me, it could be anybody else under our voice this morning. You please help our brother Eric Johnson. Because God giving talent, when it comes to sing, not only political song, but any song you think about, entertainment song, whatever. He was on the phone yesterday. We tried him out through our platform so we can raise money and give it to him. He can be able to help himself and his 2 children in Australia. Just surrogate chasing because he sang the song for B and also the COP, we're talking. So again, the cash app number is 267-648-8012. 267-648-8012. You can also yell on that with that same number. Please, my people, we ask you to help our brother. This is a SOS call. He's in school right now. This is not the way it should be, but all of us, because we expect to pay at the end of the 2 weeks. If somebody talent just as we are using God-given talent to play football, they help somebody to survive because they use their talent to sink and they are being chased. So that those of you that already did some contribution yesterday, say thank you very much. Only God, let me use his word, God will pay you back. We will not be able to pay you because we don't have it. But God pay you. Anything your hand can lay on, God say do that. It can be 5, it can be 10, it can be 20, or whatever the amount. If the number is printed on here, you can come later on and get it there. But call it again. 267-648-82. Please, thank you. It's only Eric Johnson donation. When you send the money, just put that in the comment section. Eric Johnson donation. Or Eric Johnson can be, whether that's Zelle or whether that's Cash App. Maybe, this advocacy, for me, I got passion for this, and I'm glad that you thought of me to join you on this platform. The platform may not be big, but people listen to us and people follow us religiously. I want to give God the glory, for giving me the motivation and the strength every single day. But we have time to be here. We should be on the clock, getting some time for our family, but we still do this. It's not that we don't have work to do, but we want Liberia to be better. And for Liberia, it's not going to be overnight. It's not going to be overnight. It's not going to be bent. It's going to be the process. We can carry on these allegation, accusation, and counter-accusation. But this talking point is going to prove better. Maybe our generation, but Liberia definitely going to be okay. I'm confident of that. And that's why I'm motivated every single day to come and say what I got to say. On the issue of the war crime, the other people say give her that money. We've been having money, having budget over budget. But why the country not getting better? My people, just based on my small experience. Whenever the rule of law, justice is not served. It should be served. Development is zero. Anything to be done. And the fundamental reasons why even political leaders in our political space from yesterday to today continue to do what they are doing illegally because we have not held them accountable. Hold them accountable. People like Johnson, people like Jordan, people, some of Prince Johnson and all that we know. If Liberia was serious, if we were serious people, these people should not even smell what they call political leadership. They should not. All right. So I got a quotation here I want to leave with Liberians today. You can decide to decode it. It's going to be coded. The first one is from Professor Akiwandi. Only in Liberia with team regrouping to loot again and the youth feature is being stolen. We'll be celebrating then. Unquote. This nation is one in which hungry and jobless people only support those responsible for the burning, misery, and struggle. The last one is bad governments are elected citizens who don't vote. How about answer? So farmers shall do. These are the quotation of the day. Go and decode them. Say thank you to my host. I want to say thank you to the audience. And I'm grateful to my creator. I see you when I see you. Hopefully.
My own country, they trying to track me down. For what? I don't know. Oh, Mr. Liar Man, you know I didn't do the thing you say I do. Oh, Mr. Liar Man. Joe Rastafari, King Selassie. Big up, oh Mr. Liar Man. Oh Mr. Liar Man. Oh Mr. Liar Man. Oh Mr. Liar Man. You know I didn't do the thing you say I do. Oh Mr. Liar Man.
That's how we'll let to leave you here. Oh, we'll see you tomorrow. By God's willing, we'll be here. See you when I see you.
Liar Man, you know